Gene Deal speaks about Ja Rule, alleging that Diddy spent private time with him behind closed doors. According to Gene, the opening of this story is shocking on its own, yet it still pales in comparison to the alleged motive behind Diddy's behavior. He claims that everything Diddy did was intentional, even moments that may have appeared awkward or accidental to outsiders. Gene insists that to fully understand the situation, one must hear his account of what allegedly took place inside that room.
And the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? He said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there, because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered him. He tried to bum rush me, I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, that's my cousin. He know me well. And Puff was like, yo, Jay, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you didn't want to go in that room. There was a lot of freaking going on.
So when we went through the door, they gave him a brown paper bag. So I guess this is a place that he was used to and people knew him there. So when they gave him a brown paper bag, Puff was just going around the store, just picking items off the shelves and stuff like that, putting them in the brown paper bag. So then, I was behind him and no Diddy, but I was about 3 feet behind him, you know what I'm saying, as he was putting stuff and putting it in his bag and stuff like that. So this one particular place that he's put up there, he had to reach up kind of high and get it. So he just started pulling things out. And he was pulling a lot of them off there. So I was like, so I looked up and the thing said butt plugs. When he was walking down the things, I said, hey, yo, just to mess with him. I said, hey, yo, what are you getting these for? And he said, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yes, you can. And I waited up at the register for him, because they had the big counter up there. So when he came to the counter, I said, yo, I'm finna see what this this mofo is putting in his bag, because I know he gonna have to take everything and put it on the counter so the dude could count it, right? My man, when he came there, he gave the dude a wad of hundreds like this. So he gave him a wad of hundred and just put it up there. The dude ain't even, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even want to know what was in the bag. I was like, yo.
Gene also brought Jay-Z into the discussion, stressing that this was not portrayed as an isolated incident. He claimed the behavior was something Diddy allegedly engaged in repeatedly. According to Gene's account, a store clerk appeared fully aware of what Diddy was purchasing and treated the interaction as routine. This detail, Gene argued, suggested that Diddy may have expected the attention, reinforcing the idea that Ja Rule's involvement was not accidental.
And this whole time him and Ja is talking, he talking about Ja going at Jigga. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. But he was talking about Ja getting at Jay-Z. And he was talking bad and talking crazy about Jay-Z, and how Ja was talking about if it wasn't for him, that Jay wouldn't be the artist he was. He got him started. He wrote certain things and stuff like that to put him out there, because, back in the day, nobody was even effing with Jay like that. So, but Puff was trying to, he was adamant about Ja going at Jay. You understand? So we get to the hotel, we're in the presidential suite and all this stuff like that.
Gene went on to allege that Diddy intended to use Ja Rule as leverage against Jay-Z, suggesting that the private meeting was meant to establish control. He claimed that Jay-Z appeared confused by what was occurring behind closed doors. Gene further stated that 2 women were present with Diddy and Jay, one of whom was allegedly Diddy's former partner, Sarah Chapman. According to Gene, she was deliberately chosen because of her past association with Tupac which he believes was intended as a calculated act of disrespect.
You know, something, and like I said that they was doing something. I don't know what the F they were doing, bruh. The only reason I know was some freaky things going up in there that Ja really didn't even understand, because he said, yo, you ain't want to be up in there because there's a whole lot of freaky going on. So I was like, I wouldn't have known nothing. I wouldn't even care. And I don't care today. But you know how the internet is. They cut and paste what they want to paste, and they put what they want to put to make it seem like I was saying this dude and Puff was in there, you know, alone, and they wasn't. You understand? And that was them. You know, they did their thing, you know, up in there with the honeys in there. I guess. I can only guess. So, listen, bro, I've said this 1,000 times. It was Sarah Chapman and her girlfriend. Now, Sarah Chapman, you know, if people don't know who she is, now she's one of Puff baby mamas. But prior to her being one of Puff baby mamas, this is the same girl that was dating Puff best friend, Corey Jacobs, and she was dating Tupac. Whatever they did, that's on them. But that's the kind of games Puff played in order to get people to do what he wanted them to do. You understand? He got them, he wanted Ja to go at Jay-Z, so he got these chicks to go at Ja. You understand what I'm saying? Whether he did it or fell into it, I don't know. Because I don't know him and Jay-Z beef or why they was beefing in the first place or whatever the situation was. People who are close to either one of them may know more than I do on that. But I knew Puff was working to get Ja to go at Jay, and that was happening on that particular day.
Since Gene publicly shared these claims, Ja Rule has largely remained out of the spotlight. Some commentators have speculated that Diddy may have used the situation to exert influence over him. Ja Rule later addressed the Diddy documentary on social media, writing, "Let's be honest, 50 doesn't care about the victims." He suggested the documentary was driven by personal rivalry rather than a genuine pursuit of truth.
This Diddy letting a lot of people know this was wilding and freaking and getting up in the 90s until they realized that, hold up, wait, there's no statute of limitations. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, you're right.
A lot of them niggas was getting in the freak on. Listen, yo, there's been a couple names mentioned that we ain't seen them since. Everybody lay low. It's like everybody ducking. We ain't get another brunch forever. No more brunches.
Yeah, no.
Ever since Gene Deal said that Ja Rule came out of the joint with a towel, I ain't seen Ja since. What does Ja Rule think now? And Ja's my man, but still, what does he think?
Yeah, I feel you.
And he shouldn't say nothing, right? He shouldn't say nothing, like, because we're in the time that when these moments happen, anything you say makes you look more guiltier. Be like, oh, how many parties had? Like, you don't even want to be down to answer the questions. And you can't also even say, because I do think this is a legit answer for some of these people. Truth be told, that type of school parties was what was happening at the time. People are gonna take that answer to be, oh, so all y'all were doing it. So all y'all were doing exactly what Diddy did. So again, you can't say nothing about it.
Another name rumored to be connected to Diddy is Meek Mill, though some speculate the individual could have been 50 Cent instead. Reports claim that Diddy allegedly invited 50 Cent to go shopping with him in what was presented as a private outing. After 50 declined, the same invitation was reportedly extended to Meek Mill. According to 50, this is where the situation allegedly took an unexpected turn.
Close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. This is really happening. I'm just saying to you. No, stop. Stop it, man. Just set that up. Look, you set that up. This dude, he's in the same shirt.
What do you mean he's in the same shirt?
Obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like you go, I'm like, nah, it was odd. Like, this is some of the things that people say, like, girls, guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't
Shit.
know what is going on.
Wow,
there.
they
Like,
found Kendrick and Whiteface.
You can't dress up Kendrick like that. Oh, you can't dress him up like that.
No, it's jokes.
That's like the white chicks movie, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah, that was comedy. That was good.
Yeah, but that
You
was,
get away with Whiteface.
you know,
with
that's
comedy.
obviously doing shopping. They got the same outfit.
yeah, it's
And wore
true.
it in public.
Meek Mill has denied these claims since they first emerged. However, some observers point to images of Meek wearing matching outfits with Diddy, which raised questions online. What made the situation appear more unusual was that, unlike other alleged scenarios, Meek was reportedly paying for items himself. Following that, Meek's own public responses unintentionally brought further attention to the situation.
Friends in the industry, Vlad.
But it seemed like they were actually had a relationship.
It's no friends in the industry, Vlad. There ain't no friends in the industry. I think a lot of people, you see all the silence we hearing now? I think Ray J kind of said, even though Ray J's kind of going a little cuckoo recently, love him. But here's the, there's a lot of people silent. And there's three reasons. One, they got some skeleton in their closet. They're like, let me not jump in because I don't want them to look at me. Two, some of them was at these parties and they may have freaked off a couple girls with it.
Yeah.
And
Or
three,
or guys.
yeah, or guys, right? And the third version is literally them trying to figure out, like, I don't want to be against this guy if he beats it. So everybody's been watching it. So they're watching it and they'll be like,
At this point, Meek Mill appears unable to fully distance himself from Diddy in the public narrative. His continued responses have only kept the association alive. Meek has claimed that he is the target of a coordinated smear campaign designed to link his name to Diddy. According to him, this effort is part of a broader attempt to undermine black artists. He has stated that he plans to uncover who is behind it, even announcing online that he was willing to pay a significant amount to investigate the origins of the claims and media influence around it. To many, the situation feels increasingly unsettled.
Allegations of drug use with underage girls. He has claimed online that his success in the industry, as well as his work to reform the criminal justice system, has made him a target. And Meek Mill is very active on X, formerly Twitter. He has voiced his thoughts about the lawsuit as well as the rumors. In September, he tweeted, quote, "From the streets of Philly to becoming a millionaire, to helping reform the system, to bridging a gap of billionaires, to interacting with the rap culture that results in success. It's a lot of people hating on me on the low. They don't play with guns, they do campaigns." And he also tweeted several times about the rumors surrounding his sexuality. For example, one tweet reads, "I have the right to say I ain't gay, and I'll trash anybody that play with my manhood, LOL." Then earlier this week, he put an offer on the table, a $100,000 reward for anyone who can figure out how he got named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit in the first place. He tweeted, "I want to hire an investigative team, $100K cash, to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill name to Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek, anything to do with Buddy." And then in quotes, "something not right." And then he followed that up minutes later with, "The streets know what's up with me. That's not the case. We talking about business side, somebody powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill. Again, I got $100K for a thorough investigation of what's powering and how exactly my name connect to this."
There is also one individual believed to have been genuinely close to Diddy who has not completely denied having an intimate relationship with him. Kurt Burrows is mentioned by Gene Deal, who claims the two were involved in a secret relationship. According to Gene, Kurt participated in the documentary because he felt betrayed and deeply hurt by what he perceived as Diddy's lack of.
Puff used to do, they didn't talk about this, he used to do the building, Daddy's house, whereas that unsigned rappers, unsigned artists would rap at this place, and it was called the building on Monday nights. Then he would do the Red Zone on Wednesday. I would have to go with him and make sure that he was all right and take the money to Kirk Burrows' house after the Red Zone. But I didn't think nothing at the time. At that time, I didn't think nothing of it, that he was spending the night with Kirk Burrows either every Wednesday night. He got a whole girl at home, but he's spending the night with Kirk Burroughs. He's staying at Kirk's house. Yo, all right, cool. Didn't think nothing of it. And then Kirk had made a mention to some people over the years that him and Puff used to wake up and pray together. And I'm in my mind, I know he's talking about saying prayers and all that shit like that. But in my other mind, I'm thinking you waking up with a dude praying? What's going on? Then there was a situation that somebody said a long time ago in the office. They caught Kirk giving
Into Diddy's childhood. After his father's death, Diddy's mother reportedly told him he was now the man of the house. Some childhood acquaintances have claimed that this dynamic later crossed inappropriate boundaries. Gene Deal suggested that Diddy's relationship with his mother was more complex than the public realized. He further alleged that she was aware of Diddy's private gatherings and was reportedly present at several of them. Gene claimed he personally witnessed her attendance and observed interactions he believes contributed to shaping Diddy's later behavior. Clip 10. This story extends far beyond a single documentary or one exposed connection. It raises serious questions about how power, fame, and silence may have allowed these allegations to persist for so long, and how unsettling the truth becomes once people stop looking away. If more insiders continue to speak out, this story may be far from finished. Stay informed by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and turning on notifications so you don't miss what comes next.
Remember when I said Diddy mother might be the originator of the freak-offs? All right, so tomorrow Peacock is dropping. According to the Rolling Stone, the doc features an alleged childhood friend of Puff's, hip-hop producer Tim Dog Patterson. He alleged that Janice, Diddy's mom, would often throw parties at Diddy's childhood home. He says that during the parties, it wasn't uncommon to walk into rooms where adults was having sex. I mean, that was just their normal. And the doc, when talking about the parties, Tim says, verbatim, "That's what we were privy to. This was what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us?"
She is bad boy. You think it's Diddy, it's Janice Combs. Janice Combs is bad boy. Man, you don't actually sign to Diddy. His name is on the dotted line, but you actually sign it to Janice Combs.
Did he ever tell you why that is, or do you understand?
Oh, now that I'm older, I know exactly what it is. It's a paper trail, so nothing can come bite me. If you come for me, you ain't coming for me. I ain't got nothing. You going to my mama.
And the juror 106, that goofy black, they're sitting there, and when they asked about him making eye contact or about him looking at the jury, they both lied. In my opinion, they both lied. The way when they asked, well, did he ever make eye contact? No. Well, see, they gave instructions and said, you can't look at him. But the girl sat there and was talking about how he would look over at the jury because he forgot where he was, and how, sometimes he would nod and do this. But you said that he never looked over at the jury. You said that you never made eye contact with him. And then she starts talking about, because I just think that he nods back and forth because he always used to do that. If you were never a fan of him, if you were only a fan of the artist, and you were never a fan of him, and you were never paid, and then the way they were able to edit in him nodding back and forth during making the band and all of that, it's just kind of wild to me that nobody is seeing exactly how compromised these jurors are.